Hola guys, hola guys, hola guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Roxanne. If it's your first time here, then welcome. Today I want to talk to you guys about the last few books that I have read. I think I'm actually going to talk about 6 because even though I usually do 5, 3 of them are cozy murder mysteries that are in the same series, so I thought I would just add another book to kind of make up for that, because I'm just gonna kind of lump them together. And they are Do or Die, do like D-U-E, like your book is due at the library. Read It and Weep, no, Book, Line, and Sinker, and then Read It and Weep, which are books 2, 3, and 4 of the Library Lovers Mystery Series by Jen McKinley, and they look like this. So that's Do or Die, Book, Line, and Sinker, and Read It and Weep. And they're just a continuation of our main character. She's a librarian in a she's a library director. Her name is Lindsay Norris, and it's about all of the things that she has to do with the library as a library director, and then just her small community and the different murders that occur. And it's really cute, and they're all fast-paced, kind of like all cozy murder mysteries. I really enjoy them. I love that they're set in a library, and that the main character is a library director. It's something that I really enjoy, and kind of the main reason that I keep going back to them. I like that the end part of them is not usually her like being trampled by the killer. She's usually with someone or with a group of people, or the reveal happens in some other way. So it's not her just kind of being in trouble over and over again like it can be in other cozy murder mysteries, which I appreciate. I really like the romance. It's very cute. I am a little annoyed now that it's heading in the direction of a love triangle, which I don't like, but you kind of know who the kind of main guy is going to continue to be, so I'm really excited about that because their romance is really cute. So if you're looking for cozy mysteries or fast-paced things to read, maybe take a look at those. Then I read a nonfiction called The Baddest Librarians of Timbuktu and Their Race to Save the World's Most Precious Manuscripts by Joshua Hammer. So, it's not necessarily that I think the title is misleading per se, because it does talk about the librarians in Timbuktu and the things that they had to do to both acquire and save some manuscripts from Al-Qaeda. But it's a limited part of the overall story of the book. This talks a lot about the sort of cultural and intellectual history of Timbuktu, which is really interesting. How you get to see how they were a center for math and literature, and their geographic location meant that they got all of these wonderful resources and manuscripts and books and ideas from all of these different types of people and ways of thinking. And their practice of Islam tried to be very open-minded. Some people saw it a bit disrespectful because of its sort of looseness, but it was even progressive in some of the ways that the country treated and viewed women. And so that was really interesting to see, and you get to learn about how the main librarian Hydra acquires the manuscripts and where he works and what he's able to create, and that's all really fun. But a really large part of it is the Al-Qaeda side of it, and how it came to Timbuktu and the effect that it had in its people and in the way that its people could live their lives, which was so vastly different than how they had been able to for so many years. Overall, everything that this book talks about is very interesting, and if you love history, I think you'll enjoy this. But it is less so about the library side of it, which is what I was most excited about. But I understand that it needs to be put into the context that it all took place in. Then I finally got around to reading Wondersmith, The Calling of Morgan Crow, which is the second in the sort of Nevermore Calling of Morgan Crow series by Jessica Townsend. This is a children's fantasy book series. I think it's gonna end up being like 9 books in total, and I loved it. It was such a delight. I love being back in the world. I love Morgan Crow again. She's just become such a lovely, endearing character that I just love so much. I love Jupiter, who is her mentor and her sort of patron in the Wonder Society, and everything that her friends and the people that she lives with, everything that they do for her and how much they love her. And it's a different kind of magical than the first book was. In the first book, you're first being introduced to all of this wonderful society and country and some of the things that it has to offer and the way that its people live, and you're kind of thrown into this new world, and it's wonderful to learn about all the magical aspects of it. And so that's really fun, and that's great, and that's really kind of what's gripped so many people and made so many of us fall in love with the series. The second one is a different kind of magical, because you are not getting sort of the newness of it all. It is diving deeper into what was introduced in the first book. So Morgan Crow is now in the society, and she has to start taking classes, and it's about how she acclimates to that, how she gets along with the other people in her group. Does she make friends? Does she not make friends? All of the sort of mysteries about being a wondersmith and what that comes along with. It's about her starting to come more into her own, and I loved it. I got through it so quickly because I couldn't put it down. I already cannot wait to get back into it. I need the third book to come out already. And yeah, I mean, I really loved it. And last but not least is My Name is Leon by Kit DeWall. This is about 2 half-brothers. Leon is a mixed kid. His dad is black and his mom is white. They live in England, and this is set in the 80s. And then it starts off with the birth of his brother, who is fully white. Because of their mom falling into a postpartum depression and substance abuse and bad decisions, they are put into foster care. And it talks about race relations and the different opportunities that are given to each of them because of their skin tone. And it began very powerfully for me. This is a book that doesn't span a long time. I think only about a year or 2, but it feels like everything happens kind of quickly. It started very powerfully for me, and there were powerful moments throughout. It was really sad and really heart-wrenching, the feelings that Leon feels and the things that he has to go through, and you really feel for him. But I don't know. I don't know if it's that I wasn't in the mood for it, or if maybe I just didn't connect with the story after about halfway through. But it kind of lost me a bit. I wasn't as interested or as invested. I feel like it could have, the story could have continued to go up and become more powerful, but for me, it kind of just plateaued and then ended. And really, I really should have absolutely loved this. It has all of the aspects in a story that I really love, and that's why I don't know if it was just that I wasn't in the right mood for it or what. I don't know, it kind of feels like a me thing, because it is sort of so powerful a story that I should feel more connected to it, but I don't. That doesn't necessarily mean that you won't, so I would still sort of give it a try, maybe pick it up from the library, because it does have some really important things to say, and you kind of see a bit about the foster care system, and yeah, I mean, overall I enjoyed it, not as much as I would have enjoyed it. I enjoyed more the beginning of it than the middle and end of it. So I am a little disappointed that I feel that way, because I was really excited about it, but it is what it is. You don't always feel the way you want to feel about books when you're done with them. So those are some books that I have been reading recently. Right now I'm rereading Pride and Prejudice, so there's that. As always, thank you for watching and for listening. Love you guys very much.